So I'm going to read Mouse and Mole in the Year-Round Garden today. I thought it would be a great story because our story, Toad and Frog, is all about them making their own gardens. So it's just another story. It's a text-to-text connection, a connection to another story. So Mouse and Mole in the Year-Round Garden. All right. One day in early spring, Mole was in his tool shed when Mouse stopped by for a visit. "What are you looking at?" Mouse asked. "I'm looking at my seeds and baby plants," said Mole. "They just arrived. I'm going to begin planting my vegetable garden today. Do you want to help?" Mole showed Mouse how to plant pea seeds. Then Mole planted the baby broccoli plants. "When will the peas come up?" asked Mouse. "Not for a while," Mole said. "We have to wait for the sun and the rain to make them grow." "That sounds like something Frog said to Toad in our other story." "Oh," said Mouse, "I hate waiting. What can we do while we wait?" "When it rains, we can splash in the puddles," said Mole. "And we can watch the water rushing under the bridge." "After the rain, we might see a rainbow," said Mouse, and they did. I see a compound word, rainbow. A few weeks later, Mole said, "See how the rain and sun have made the garden grow? The peas and flowers have flowers," said Mouse. Spring turned into summer. The days were warm and sunny. The plants in Mole's garden grew tall. He planted new ones. "The corn and the peppers are still small," said Mouse. "What shall we do while we wait for them to grow?" "We can go to the beach," said Mole. "We can swim and play in the sand. Then we can go camping in the woods and sit around a campfire watching fireflies." Soon there was much to do in the garden. "The corn and peppers are ready to eat," said Mole, "and so are the tomatoes." "But there are many of them," said Mouse. "Don't worry," said Mole. We will can the tomatoes and make corn relish for the winter." "The garden is all done," said Mouse. "There is no more work to do." "There is one more job," said Mole. "We must get the garden ready for next spring. We will turn the soil over and feed it. Then we can go hiking up a mountain while the weather is cool," said Mole. "And we can watch the trees turn bright colors. Then we can rake a pile of leaves in front of the yard and jump into them." "The apples are ready to pick now," said Mole. "Yum," said Mouse. "Look," said Mole, "the birds are flying south. That means winter is not far away." When winter arrived, there was no more work to do in the garden, but Mouse and Mole could still have fun. "Let's make a snow mouse," said Mole, and they did. "Let's go sledding on the hill," said Mole. "Not so fast," shouted Mouse. "We can make some snow angels," said Mouse, "and go skating on the pond," and they did. When it was too cold to stay outside, Mouse and Mole went indoors for some hot chocolate. "How about some spaghetti and tomato sauce with the fresh canned tomatoes and peppers from the garden?" asked Mole. "Yum," said Mouse. The snow disappeared and warm breezes began to blow. Winter was almost over. One day Mouse ran over to Mole's house. "Mole," he called, "look what I've got in the mail." "What is it?" Excuse me. "A new seed catalog," Mouse said. "We can plan our garden for this year." And they did. So it showed you how a garden can change throughout the entire year.